Good morning.
Good morning. Oh, I don't know if the volume's up.
Oh, I was told I had to do a little.
Is this the new move?
It is, yeah.
Okay, that's the limit of what we can play. Yeah, Crystal said my dance moves are always the same, but it's because we're sitting down.
She has great go-to moves.
We're limited on what we can do when we're sitting down.
I told her that she could stand and I'll just hold the camera, but she's not going for it.
I'm not ready for that yet.
All right.
Too early in the morning for all that. A little Carlton.
You could. You are the best Carlton.
A little running man.
Carltoner,
yeah.
Yeah, you're the best.
We do some running man. A little Roger Rabbit from back in the day.
Can you show me that one?
I'll show you later.
Okay. So, I've been thinking we need to do something to get around.
To get around?
To get around.
Okay, I don't know if that's the word I would use.
So, we're doing a giveaway. For every 5 likes and shares that we get, which you have to comment that you've shared it, we are going to you are going to give away a free candle.
Ooh, which one did you grab?
I grabbed the Caribbean Punch, but you can pick your own.
You could also call it the Caribbean Punch.
You could, yeah. Which one do you call it?
I usually say Caribbean.
Caribbean?
I
say
don't know.
Caribbean.
But I say the movie
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Pirates of the Caribbean. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Why. There's no rhyme or reason to it.
Yeah. But you can pick your own flavor.
I call them flavors, yes.
You can pick your own scent. This is the one I like.
We like that one a lot. Mai Tai is also amazing.
The caramel vanilla latte
I love that one.
is delicious.
So much. Yeah.
Yeah. Not that I eat it, but it smells really good.
It smells delicious.
Yeah. So that's a new exciting thing that we're doing. So don't forget, comment that you shared the video and like our Facebook page or our Facebook. You could like the page too, but like the post. If we get 5 entries, we're going to give one away.
And when are we doing this by? This is her thing. She gets to pick.
I don't know. Well, because we're not
next
here.
Week? You want to give it a week?
Sure.
Okay.
We can give it a week.
All right. So by next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We'll do it on Wednesday then.
Very good.
Yep.
So what are we talking about today?
We are talking about happy, healthy felines.
Yeah, it's Happy Healthy Cat Month. So I thought this was a good opportunity to talk about different ways to keep your cat happy and healthy. So there's a lot more that goes into cat ownership than I think a lot of people do. So we do tend to see a lot more behavioral issues with cats, I think, than we do with dogs. You know, in dogs, if they have behavioral issues, it's like, oh, they're barking a lot, or digs, or, you know, maybe they're scared. But with cats, their stress levels and that can kind of come out as actual medical issues as well, where they're peeing outside the litter box or getting UTIs. They can get stress like diarrhea and things like that. That's no fun. Upper respiratory infections are sometimes stress related. So because of that, there's a lot of more things that go into cat ownership than just feeding it.
Yeah.
Here's a litter box and here's some food.
And a lot of cats don't like other cats or other animals.
True.
I mean, right before I had my second son, we found this cat outside, and I was like, oh, here, kitty, come here. And I didn't think he was actually going to come to me, and he did.
Mm-hmm.
And so we brought him in the house. He wasn't neutered, so we got him neutered, got his vaccines up to date. My cat was mad when we brought him in the house. I mean, he screamed for like 10 minutes. He was so mad.
Yeah.
And there were quite a few behavioral issues that were happening in my house around that time. And then it turns out the cat wanted to live outside anyway. So that was fine.
But at least he's neutered and vaccinated.
Exactly.
So good job, Jensen. He just came to you so he could get some medical care, and then was
Exactly.
like, okay, thanks, that's all I needed. Bye-bye.
He needed some antibiotics, and he went back on his way, so.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Good.
But most cats don't like other animals.
No, they don't. No, they're really, a lot of them are happier being only pets, I think. My brother's cat. It's awful. She hates everyone and everything, so, including people. So that's 7. She's just awful. She's like the angriest cat ever.
But he loves her.
He loves her, and together they're great. She loves him, he loves her, that's great. But, other people or other animals try to get in the mix. Mm-mm. He tried to get a second cat one time. 7 was not having that. So, no, which was sad because that kitten was really cute. But he found another good home. It's okay. But, so there's, like I said, there's a lot of things that go into having a cat that I think not everybody really thinks about. Like I said, the basics of food in the litter box. Great. But talking about proper litter box care and what other things would help with environmental enrichment for your cat. That's what, so the Ohio State, you can't actually see this, it's a little tiny. Ohio State University has an initiative called the Indoor Pet Initiative. It's really mostly focused towards cats and indoor cats and ways to keep them happy and healthy. So I printed off the list so that I would maybe not forget all the things. I needed a cheat sheet. But you can go on their website if you just Google Indoor Cat Initiative or Indoor Pet Initiative. You should be able to find it, and it goes into more detail on a lot of these things, but I figured we'd just run through some of the highlights and that. So let's talk about litter boxes. How many litter boxes do people need?
You should have 1 per cat plus 1.
See. What kind of litter, typically? What kind of litter? There's different types of litter.
There's like
I just use
like the
little
clumping.
paper pellets. They've got like the wheat one, the little crystals, the clay, the non-clumping clay, and then there's the clumping sort of litter. But yes, so most cats do have a preference of litter type. Most cats prefer the clumping type litter. Not all of them, but most of them. So if you're trying to pick something just at random, that's a good place to start. Also, I think it's important if you're going to offer or try to transition to something different, add another litter box with the new type of litter in it, but still have a box with the old stuff. Because if you take away the old stuff and just give them the new one, and they don't like it, what are they going to do?
Start peeing in your house.
They go pee and poop in your house. So that's no fun.
Another problem, don't try to change location of their litter box overnight.
True.
That is going to confuse them and
they're gonna get real
stress
unhappy.
them out.
Yeah, cats get stressed out by little changes like that. They sense so many more of those little things that we don't even recognize that, it's like, oh, well, that shouldn't be a big deal. I moved it to the laundry room instead of the kitchen. It's 5 feet away. Yeah, but you moved it, number 1. Number 2, now you put it next to something that's big and loud and moves, and they might not like that. That might freak them out. What style of litter box is typically recommended?
I have 2 different ones. I have a covered one, but then I also have just the open ones.
Yeah, so in general, open or like a clear top is a safe way to go. I also have a covered litter box because I have a solitary cat that lives in her little princess palace, and she has special needs, so she would fall out of a box that did not have either really high sides or a cover of some sort. So she's fine with that because she's got that balance disorder. So she would have issues with just a regular box. But in general, an open-topped box is the way to go. And if you have a cat that likes to like kick all of the litter out of the box all of the time, and you need something with really high sides, but you don't necessarily want something that's covered, get one of those giant like Rubbermaid totes, cut a little hole in the side so they go in and out, just leave the lid off. And so those really high sides on it helps to contain some of the litter. I did that for one of my cats that I had previously for
That's a
Gibson,
good idea.
because he was a litter kicker all the time. So, or if they're like backing up to the side of the box and like stuff's going over the edge, that's another thing to try too,
That's a
just
good
because the
idea.
sides are higher. So if they're backing up to the side, it's still keeping things contained in the box. So, how often should you scoop the box?
Every day.
Ideally,
That doesn't happen
every day. I know.
It should be every
honestly,
day.
yeah. So honestly, yeah, it does.
That's why I
doesn't
have
happen.
like, technically I have 3 litter boxes. That's why I have so many, because they
Well,
don't get scooped
Yeah,
every day.
even though you have one cat.
Yes, exactly. And they're all in the same area, so
Yeah,
they
there you go.
when one fills up, you can just use the
You can
other
just
one.
use the new one. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, and that's, I know not everybody does it correctly. Goodness knows we don't. But, if you start having issues with your pet urinating or defecating outside the litter box, that's step number 1, is make sure you're scooping that box at least once a day. At least. Nobody likes a dirty bathroom.
You wouldn't want to use a porta potty all the time.
No.
I refuse to use one unless I really have to go.
Exactly. Yep.
So,
Exactly. Let's see. What else about litter boxes? I think that's the bulk of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you have a multi-level home, it's usually recommended to do a box on each level. If you can, that's ideal as well. And that, that still matches with the number. So if you had one cat and you live in a 2-story home, there's your 2 boxes, one on the top level, one at the bottom level. Cool. But if you have more than one cat, then you still want to add a 3rd box somewhere. Yeah. So scratching. So scratching is a normal cat behavior. That's normal. It is our fault for not being happy with them doing it, honestly. And so, it's up to us to try to get them to scratch things that are appropriate. We have to give them something to scratch. Like I said, that's normal behavior. You're not going to make them stop it.
even declawed cats will still try to scratch things.
Exactly, yeah. And we don't recommend declawing because it's just, there's no medical benefit to it whatsoever. And there's a lot of issues that can come from it. But yeah, so they still, they still have that urge because it's just, that's their instinct. And so one of the things that you can do when you have a cat that's scratching and it's scratching things that you don't want it to scratch, like your furniture and that, pay attention to what they're doing and where they're doing it. So there are some cats that enjoy a horizontal scratching. So like, carpets, floors, like this sort of action. Get them a scratcher that is that, that level.
Yeah.
Exactly. Whereas if you have a vertical scratcher.
Can you keep doing those things?
This is my new dance move. It's
kinda-
called the cat scratch.
Yeah. It kind of looks like you're trying to do the
My thriller dance?
yeah, your thriller. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, some cats like the vertical. I like to use my hands too much. It's like sides of couches and, things like that. So then offer them something that is vertical. Because if you're, if they have a preference for one versus the other and you give them the opposite, well, they're not going to use it.
Right.
That's not what they like. So, yeah, so that's something to do. There's also a product that's called Feel a Scratch. It is a pheromone sort of, it comes like little applicator things, little tubes, that you put on what you are wanting them to scratch on, and it's supposed to attract them to that. So,
Yeah.
supposedly it works well.
My cat loves the cat tree.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he also likes, my husband has like sound, what are they called? Like
Speakers?
an amplifier. Yes,
Oh.
like amplifier.
Yeah.
My cat likes to scratch that too.
Well, of course.
So now that's just his.
Mm-hmm. Well, and that too, there's different textures that they enjoy. Some of them may like the sisal rope. Others would prefer the cardboard. It just depends on your cat. And so offering them different things is your best bet to keep them scratching what they're supposed to and not the things that they're not supposed to. Also, keeping their nails trimmed makes a difference. And if you need help with that, we can absolutely help you with that. Either just do the nail trims here, or you can even bring them in. We'll do a trim and we'll teach you how to do it at home. Cat nail trims usually aren't too hard.
No.
You know, because they don't get like the big thick black nails like dogs do. It's usually pretty obvious what you're supposed to trim and what you're not supposed to trim. But certainly if you're unsure, we're happy to help you with that. That is not a problem.
If you have kittens, start them young. There's some cats that just refuse to get their nails done. My cat is actually, that's one of the things he's really good with. So I just kind of flip him over because I started him when he was really little. So I just flip him over and he lays in my lap and he's not happy about it, but he does it.
That's kind of how I do Groot. Like, she just like kind of rests back against me and I just trim her nails by myself. Yeah.
So it's nice.
Yeah.
So start them young. There's also a great product called Soft Paws, which I love.
Yes.
So they still are able to scratch, but they're like little.
They look like rubbery caps.
Yeah.
They're like kind of rubbery.
Why can't I find my words today?
I don't know.
Speaker? What is wrong with me? Maybe I'm having a stroke.
Maybe.
Yeah, they're like little rubber caps. They're like tips that just go over their nails. So you still trim down a little bit of the nail so it's not uncomfortable when they're walking. And then you just put the cap over it. We actually did a video like almost a year ago, I think, of my cat.
I don't know when we made that. We haven't posted it yet.
No.
Because we're slackers.
Maybe we could do that.
Maybe.
Am I putting a lot of pressure on you now?
You are.
Well, maybe we could post that soon.
Maybe you could take a class on video editing and so you can post it.
Never mind. It's never going to get posted.
It's lost somewhere on the interwebs now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh, well, maybe we can make it.
It's in the cloud.
We won't go to that. But maybe we can make a new video on how to apply those because they're pretty simple, especially if your cat is good for it. But they're
we could
still
do it as a live. That's probably the easiest. I love it when we make these faces when we come up with ideas. Like, let's just do it as a live. Why not?
I mean,
your cat's good.
He is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we could do it next week.
Because then it's more likely to actually get done. Because
Well,
that's
true.
the problem. If we try to do like a video that we have to edit, I think it's not gonna.
Yeah.
We don't have time for that. But
Well, I don't know how to do it, and she doesn't have time. Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah.
And then we'll show you guys how to apply them. They're really simple. They're pretty cheap.
Because I mean, there's brand name ones, but you can get the knockoffs. They work just as well. It's fine.
Yeah. I will say I got some from Wish when I was first starting out just to try them. They didn't last very long. I don't know if those caps with like some different glue would be any better.
The glue just wasn't very good.
Yeah, I don't know. But the ones I got some from Amazon. And I got like 4 sets for like less than $20, I think. So it wasn't bad. And they last on him like almost a month.
Yeah.
But he also sneaks outside and who knows what he does out there, which I don't recommend if your cat goes outside to put nail caps on them. But he's not supposed to go outside.
Yeah.
So
he's just an escape artist.
Yeah.
That's just what he does. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and that's something too, you know, if you're interested in that, if you're not sure how to apply them, we can either show you or we can apply them for you. So that's something we can help you with as well. So, yeah. What else we got on our list?
I haven't really like off topic. Well, I guess it wasn't off topic, but
What?
just a long rant about the soft paws.
Oh, no, what's on topic? It's fine. It's fine. So other things that cats need, so they need toys. And there's, again, preferences on what kind of toys, and some of that has to do with their prey drive and how they would like to hunt. So, is that funny?
I was just thinking cats are like little killers.
They
They
really
want to
are.
kill us, they just
They
can't.
just can't because they're too little and fluffy. So some of them like the toys that are like fluffy and move. Some of them like more like the feathers on the stick sort of thing. You know, there's all different ones available. There's the cool Groot likes the one that it's like this round thing that has like a cover, like a fabricy cover, and then there's this little like fluffy thing that comes out the side of it, and it like spins it around. And it does like all like random directions. She likes that.
Oh.
She thinks that's real fun. So yeah, so there's all different ones, and again, depends on your cat's sort of prey drive and what they would prefer to hunt. But those sorts of things, you know, it's not just for fun. It's actually helping them be happier and therefore reduce their stress. So play is very important for cats as well, even though they sleep 95% of the day. So they still do need toys, but sleep too. So comfy, quiet place to sleep and an area where they can get away, especially if you have other pets in the house, especially dogs, small children. Cats need a place where they can just get away and have their own space where nobody else is going to bother them, so that they can get that rest that they need. Otherwise, they're going to be anxious and stressed out and unhappy. So whether that's something up high or, an area of a room where nobody else goes into, baby gates are a wonderful thing for keeping dogs out of rooms, but cats can still jump the gate. Or they make ones that have like little cat holes in them so the cat can get in and out.
I have a cat cut out for one of my doors. So my cat has the whole basement. We hardly ever go in the basement. So he's nice and happy down there.
So when he wants to get away from the dogs or the kiddos, then he can just go down there. And that's great.
He does. And he stays down there a lot.
And that's where his food and his dinner box.
Exactly. That's where all of his stuff is.
Yeah. So it's like his domain.
That's where the speaker is that he likes to tear up. He sleeps
that's good.
He sleeps on top of that.
That's fantastic. But yeah, cats too do have preferences on, do they like to be more kind of up high when they're resting or down low? What kind of bedding and things. So offering them different options for that is good. Also giving them entertainment with like window perches, or maybe just a couch that's backed up to a window to where they can lay on the couch and look out the window. That's good for them as well. So these are just little things that I don't know that everybody really thinks about per se when owning a cat. And they're just, like I said, they're just things that we don't always tune into, especially when we're talking about cats that have stress-induced health issues. We start talking about, your cat's stressed. People are going, he's not stressed. He's fine. He sleeps all the time. Yeah, but there's more to it than that.
Right.
And so you have to make sure that we're meeting all those needs. And if we are, and they're still having an issue, okay, now it's time for next level, maybe some meds and things like that. But these are easy things that we can try and add on to help them be happier. And when you're adding things in, do it gradually. Don't change everything all at once.
Right. Don't watch this video and then be like,
I'm going to do all of these things. Right. Today, I'm going to get all this stuff and I'm going to do that and I'm going to get this toy and we're going to do... No, just one thing at a time.
Too much.
Yeah, one thing at a time, like one a month maybe. And like I said, still offer the old options as well so that if your cat doesn't like the new option, they're not more unhappy. Yeah. Nobody likes those sorts of messes. So let me check my list. Did I talk about everything?
I mean, my cat is most...
Perches, toys, yep.
He's happiest when he's making me unhappy.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's our job.
He's awful.
It's just how cats are.
He's awful.
Oh, man. Well, do you have anything to add? Anything else? Did we miss anything?
Well, we could just say we're sorry we missed you for so long.
Oh, we've been busy.
We have.
We've been busy.
And every time we thought about it, we got distracted doing something else.
Yeah.
But we really are running out of ideas of things to talk about. So,
we're not running out of ideas of things to talk about. We're just running out of ideas of things to talk about that people would care.
Well, and like in veterinary medicine, we're running out of those types. I mean, we could just have like a whole skit just about us, but no one cares.
Nobody cares.
So, like I say in all the videos, if you guys have ideas or if you have questions of things for us to talk about, please let us know. You can give us a call, you can send us a message, email, whatever's easiest for you. And we will do our best to come up with a Facebook Live to talk about it.
Okay. Sounds good.
Why are you making that face?
It's just my face.
You've got something like here.
I got a little... It's all over. Yeah. Thanks. All right. Well, everyone, have a good rest of your day, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.